Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 10 of the Chelsea career mode on FIFA 15. I can barely believe we're at 10 episodes already with this series, but we're in great form. We absolutely dominated the opposition in last Friday's episode, and we're starting today in the Champions League against Ajax. But first, your team news.
Here's the Chelsea lineup. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. Emerick Laporte plays with Gary Cahill in central defence. Nemanja Matic plays with Fabregas in midfield. In attack, Loic Remy starts. Man of the match he was last time out.
Starting a very strong lineup then as we head into this game against Ajax, mainly because we need a result, to be completely honest. We as you saw a little bit earlier on, sit second in the group, but a win against Ajax here would most certainly assure us of knockout football in the latter stages of this competition. We would have a 4-point gap if we can get a win here, and that would, of course, with one game remaining, and that being against PSG at the top of the table, mean that we cannot get knocked out and knocked off that second spot. But as you can see, we are actually having to defend quite hard here. Sigurdsson actually draws a good save out of Thibaut Courtois. Smart reflexes there to get up to his top right hand side and tip that over the bar. Look, Remy earlier on picked up a yellow card for a ball I think he was actually fully within his rights to go for, but Matic eventually has the shot from this chance and Sigurdsson has a comfortable save. But again, last time we played Ajax, we drew at Stamford Bridge 1-1, and they really gave me a tough game. And they were going to do so again today. As you can see, they've had a couple of chances and defending quite hard and quite solidly. Plenty of men behind the ball. Cesc Fabregas here having another effort, but we were being reserved or, reduced to shots from the edge of the box and outside. We weren't actually able to work any proper opportunities, something like Ajax did here. Unfortunately, though, for them, Schöne with the finish didn't quite have the composure to get it on target. And as we head into the very late first half stoppage time, we're actually going to create another chance here. Remy gets the ball over the top from Oscar, brings it down well, but the first touch isn't the best, takes him away from goal, turns inside, finds Oscar again, and that is a fantastic finish. On his weak side, on his left foot, Oscar gives us a 1-0 lead away from home at the Amsterdam Arena. Really pleased to get in front of this one. Cheeky little shirt tug as well. Don't know whether you saw that in the replay on Loic Remy, which ensured that he definitely turned around to pass the ball off to Oscar. Didn't have a shot himself, and in fact it was the right thing to do because the young Brazilian gave us the initiative in this game, trying to get ourselves further in front if we possibly could to ensure that lead. Schürrle races away, and there's a man free at the back post. It's Eden Hazard, and after the hour mark we find ourselves 2-0 up and cruising. Ajax battled so hard for the large portion of this game, but we were just that little bit too good this time around, travelling away to Holland. Willian involved here, plays the ball into Cesc. He's got Schürrle on the outside of him, tries a first time shot, and if that had flown tops, that would have been a wonderful finish. Unfortunately, it just bent away from the top right hand corner, but alas, it wasn't going to cause Ajax any more problems, because we didn't need to cause them any more problems. We take a 2-0 win. That assures us, with one game left in the group stage, that we most definitely will be partaking in some knockout European football this season. We're back to Barclays Premier League football now, away from home at the Stadium of Light in Sunderland. And of course, first, your team news.
This is the Sunderland team for you today. Costel Pantelimon plays in goal. Simon Kjær starts with Wes Brown as the centre-backs. Jack Rodwell starts, a player struggling for form. Connor Wickham is the main striker today. Chelsea make one change. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. John Terry plays with Kurt Zouma in central defence. Willian plays with Mohamed Salah in the wide positions. In attack, Didier Drogba starts, replacing Diego Costa, who's injured.
It's really weird. This was the first game of the next few in the Premier League that happens. Of course, normally when I show you the team news, it brings up the graphic from from the Barclays Premier League that shows you the league standings at the beginning, just before we get into the team news, and then when the team news is going, it shows each team and then the layout of the team in quite fancy graphical style. But unfortunately, for some reason, it stopped doing that as Sunderland take a 1-0 lead. Let's not take anything away from that. Jack Rodwell had a really good ball across, and Sunderland take a shock lead at home here against ourselves. Really teasing ball. Defender couldn't get anywhere near him, and unfortunately it was Ramirez, I think, underneath the man for the cross. Couldn't rise quick enough. Ivanovic not able to come across and help him out, and Jack Rodwell put Sunderland in front. But yeah, that seems to be the theme now at the minute. We had the lineups properly for the non-licensed competition with the Champions League at the beginning, and it still works for the Capital One Cup as well. But unfortunately, the Premier League, it seems to have stopped working, and I don't know why. If you guys have experienced this yourselves, then let me know in the comment section if there is any sort of fix I can do, unless it's just the game bugging out, and unfortunately we're now left with just the screen with the ticker at the bottom and then the normal just having a look around the players in the background. But in the background this time around, Ramirez has just brought us back on level terms. It was perhaps his mistake for the opening goal for Sunderland to take the lead, but this time around we were able to get ourselves back in the game, and William Carvalho came close to getting us in front in the game as well. It's only a good save from is it Costas Pantilimon or Constas Pantilimon? I'm not too sure what his first name is. It's definitely Pantilimon, the of course 6'8" Romanian goalkeeper. Not sure whether he's on loan at Sunderland from Manchester City or whether it's a permanent deal in this career mode, but Ramirez coming close to scoring his second and our second in the game. And then we made a significant change. Diego Costa is back from injury. Hallelujah. 3 months it's been. He's been out with that broken ankle. Didier Drogba makes way, and the Brazilian turned Spaniard is back on the football field for Chelsea Football Club for the first time in quite a few episodes, and it's about time as well. It's not like we haven't been missing goals, because Loic Remy really has stepped up to the plate, but we've missed that physicality along with the pace. We've had the pace with Remy and the physicality with Drogba, but we needed that extra little bit of aggression that Diego Costa brings to the side, that extra determination and work rate that you don't get from the other two, as well as the pace and the physicality. He had his first effort back there, as you saw, drawing another good save out of Pantilimon, who kept us out for the rest of the game. Unfortunately, only a point taken from our only game from the Barclays Premier League today, because as you can see, the next game is from the Capital One Cup, playing against Leicester City. We played them in the league earlier on, and as you can see, there's still 8 teams left in the competition. Here is your team news.
2 changes for Chelsea today. Check starts in goal. Nathan Ake replaces John Terry, who's rested. Looked vulnerable recently. Oscar plays with Josh McEachran in central midfield. Diego Costa is the lone striker today. This is the Leicester City lineup. Well, I've seen you smile a lot when we've been working together, but never more so than when Leicester City got promoted, your old club.
Well, they'd been out, 10 years out of the big time, so I think they've earned a chance to crack back in it.
Noticeably, even when you do get the lineups come up in the background, sometimes the audio commentary just screws itself out and doesn't actually read out the lineup anyway. So, as always, every single year, a very well put together game by EA. Definitely got no bugs in it whatsoever. Fantastic. But anyway, let's crack on with what's in the background, shall we? And Diego Costa making his first start for the club since coming back from that injury, coming off the bench for the last 20 minutes or so against Sunderland, having a good shot at the end of that game, having a good shot at the beginning of this one against, of course, a goalkeeper that thwarted us many a time in the league fixture, this exact league fixture, in fact, the opening home game of the season, our second game of the season after playing Burnley away. We came to play Leicester at home, drew 1-1 on that occasion, and Kasper Schmeichel made so many saves, it was ridiculous, so frustrating. Josh McEachran plays through Willian here, clean through, good shot again, another great save from the Danish goalkeeper, proving that clearly his dad has handed down some genes that make sure he's a very, very good goalkeeper as well. And we're pushing into the second half now, but the wave of blue attack isn't yet to stop. Diego Costa turns inside beautifully here, inside the man. I tried even to settle myself to get the shot on target and into the back of the net, and Schmeichel still made the save. Absolutely incredible work from him so far. Schürrle whips the corner in, up goes Kurt Zuma, and not 3 defenders combined can stop the powerful Frenchman from heading us in front. Finally, we get the breakthrough. He's playing a lot of youngsters in this one. Kurt Zuma, Nathan Ake, Josh McEachran, Junior Malanda, all in the starting lineup. Those core 4 spots, both in holding midfield and at centre-back. But what a header from Kurt Zuma. Take nothing away from that. Such power in that jump and the header as well. An expert placement to give us the 1-0 lead that we've been searching for. And McEachran and Malanda both involved here. The 2 holding mids linking up. Set through Costa. Good first touch. Great turn, and only another top save by Kasper Schmeichel keeps us out. As you can see in the top left, 9 shots so far to this point. Not entirely too sure how many of those 9 have been on target. You'd hasten to add probably about 7 of them, all of which, apart from the one header from Zuma, have been well saved by the goalkeeper. And he's going to do the same again here from Willian with another effort that is well pushed to safety. And Willian's going to be involved again here, getting the ball played out to him on the left-hand side. Tries to play the ball through, but gets crunched by Richie De Lea, and in actual fact, he's going to go down. And I feared the worst here. He's clutching his ankle in exactly the same way that Diego Costa did when he was out for 3 months with a broken ankle. Fortunately for us, it's only a sprain, and he's out for a mere 4 weeks. It's still 4 weeks, still a long time to be out for, but it's nowhere near as bad as Costa. We will miss Willian, but hopefully we'll be able to cope with that loss out wide and in our attacking midfield. Selections for the next few games will have to, of course, be altered, but Ulloa brings them back level here. The ball wasn't dealt with properly by the defence, dropped to the man on the edge of the box, good turn, and you can see by the way he's celebrating, he is delighted to have got Leicester City back in the game, because that genuinely was their first shot of the game as far as I can remember, and Diego Costa gets set through here just a few minutes later though, this time with plenty of space on the counter-attack. It seems to be the best way for us to score goals at the minute when teams are really knuckled down and playing park the bus, and I can't seem to break them down properly, or the goalkeeper has plenty of good saves in his locker. But when we let them come onto us a little bit, which they did here after scoring, they thought, oh, we can maybe nick a win here, more space at the back, catch them on the counter, get the goal to put ourselves back in front. And we're on the counter-attack again here. It's Lewis Baker playing the ball across to Andre Schürrle. Good shot, well saved again by Schmeichel. Again, no real surprise. Into stoppage time at the very end of the second half. Leicester coming forward again though. Ulloa with the ball into the box. Ake doesn't get rid of it properly, and Danny Drinkwater turns and smashes it into the back of the net. And this is the problem which unfortunately comes when you play your youngsters in games like this, of this magnitude. It's a quarter-final, a game that, of course, Leicester City are going to be well up for. Kurt Zouma missed the initial challenge with Ulloa, and then it drops to Nathan Ake in the box. All he's got to do is head that clear, and unfortunately he tried to bring it down on his chest, even though I was Spanian B to get rid of it. And it was a rookie error, and they punished us for it, and we go into extra time. And again, Diego Costa falling foul to the great saves by Kasper Schmeichel. This one actually though was a little bit more orthodox, just kind of standing there and plucking it out of the air. But we still weren't done for extra time, having more chances. Eden Hazard's going to turn inside here. Wonderful Ronaldo chop. Just get it on target, Eden. It's all you've got to do. Put it in the back of the net and we win and we're through. And he doesn't. He smashes it well wide. It's a disappointing finish from Eden Hazard there. I've switched him back out to the left as per your requests. You've been saying play him on the left rather than the right. I've done so, and again misses the target. A real waste from Eden Hazard twice there in the space of quite a few, in not many minutes. And we go to penalties. As you saw briefly there, the amount of chances we've had. I'll show you the overall stats at the end of the game. But Hazard takes the first pen, puts it away very nicely into the right hand side of the net. If only he could have done that with those chances prior to penalties, we wouldn't have come to this point. As you can see, every single penalty being put away to this point. Ulloa and Diego Costa straight down the middle. Then Ponce puts it into the back of the net. Ramirez puts his away. Same with Marco Brighton. So it's now sudden death. Felipe Luis steps up to take the pen. Kasper Schmeichel waving his arms around. It's a poor penalty from Felipe Luis. I didn't get it far enough into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper gets the right way. A simple save. And Anthony Knockaert knocks us out of the Capital One Cup at the quarter-final stage. And Kasper Schmeichel, you see the man at the back there. I don't know whether you saw it. If you go back just a few seconds, you see one of the men in the crowd is up on his feet when everyone else surrounding him sat down, and he's waving his arms, shouting at Kasper Schmeichel. And Kasper Schmeichel seems to turn around, give him a little wave of his arm, and then kind of a cocky applause. But as you may have seen on the screen as well, just prior to this graphic, the stats, unfortunately, 14 shots weren't enough to get ourselves enough goals. They had 2 on target, scored twice, and they go through to the semi-finals of the Capital One Cup. Still some big teams in that competition though, so they will have their work out in the later rounds. But as you can see in the Premier League, we're 1 point off top, joint top in fact, with Man United and Spurs sat there. Man City are down in 8th, but of course have a game in hand and can come level on us. But we in turn have that game in hand as well on Man United, but Spurs with a game still to play as well, and a point more. So Spurs in the driving seat at this stage of the season, but of course there's still a long way to go. We're not even at the January transfer window yet. Still working our way through December, so a lot of games still to come. But that's going to bring this episode to a close, guys. A little bit longer than your normal, about 15 minutes or so, but still a decent length. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, then drop the video a like. That'd be absolutely superb. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook or Instagram if you don't already, to stay bang up to date with everything that happens with me and the channel. And of course subscribe if you haven't already, to make sure you don't miss out on any of the new series coming on this channel. All career mode now, of course. This is your Chelsea episode. There may be the start of the new career mode series tonight. It may not be till Wednesday, as I record this on Saturday. A, the vote hasn't finished, and B, when the vote does finish, I'm not sure whether I'm going to have enough time to be able to put something together to get it out for Monday night. If I can, there'll be a video tonight. If not, we'll have this series tomorrow, as well as the My Player, and then of course the new career mode series will start on Wednesday. But still, as of tomorrow then, we will most definitely be back up to 2 videos every single day, if not from today, if I do manage to get the video out tonight. But that's all for this afternoon at least. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.